Koinant, good evening fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And yes, on this channel we've been talking about how black economic empowerment has completely destroyed the South African economy. And of course, just to put another nail in the coffin, the ANC are now bringing in the expropriation of land without compensation, which is going to completely destroy the confidence of anyone in business. And if you don't believe me, let me add meat to the bone. A land expropriation without compensation is the perfect recipe for economic disaster. Without properly defined and delineated property rights, it is near impossible for economic entities to confidently engage in economic activity, more specifically in fixed direct investment, which is a requisite for economic growth and prosperity. Investment in fixed assets is essential for laying a solid foundation for increasing wealth and jobs. South Africans should be concerned since an ad hoc committee has recently published a draft amendment to the Constitution to allow for land expropriation. Roelof Botha, adjunct faculty member of the University of Pretoria's Gordon Institute of Business, Science, and Professor E.C. Botha of the University of Johannesburg, undertook research on the economic effects of expropriation and compensation. The study concluded that it would lead to a decline in capital formation. If we look at time series data for growth in gross fixed capital formation or investment, the decline is already underway, even though the Constitution has yet to be amended. It is clear that growth in gross fixed capital formation has been on an overall downward trend after good growth during Thabo Mbeki's first term as president, 1999 to 2004. Considering the projected negative effect of land expropriation on fixed capital formation, coupled with the already dire situation regarding fixed capital formation, the future does not bode well. Economist Mike Schuessler of economist.co.za says that, among other things, clarity is needed regarding expropriation without compensation, in particular, and property rights in general. Schuessler says fixed investment as a percentage of GDP is at a lower level now than it was 5 years ago. He described this as South Africa's biggest challenge because it means fewer jobs are created. We can now also see how important gross fixed capital formation is for economic growth, without which any prospect of lowering unemployment and poverty levels is reduced to ashes. Now, I'm going to show you a graph here which kind of spells out what we're talking about here. That graph was compiled using raw data from the Reserve Bank. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa is engaging in confusing behavior, going to investment rallies to convince foreign investors why South Africa is a safe haven for their investments, while simultaneously leading the charge against security of property rights. This contradictory public policy is contributing to uncertainty. Ramaphosa bragged about bagging 363 billion rand in investments pledges on his latest investment drive. But it is crucial to remember that these pledges can be rescinded. According to Schuessler, the country needs about 3 trillion rand in fixed investment if it is to become a normal emerging market. Government aims to raise 1.2 trillion over the next 4 years, which also makes Ramaphosa's possible gains in investment seem minuscule, not only relative to what government aims to achieve, but also relative to what is actually required. Considering the dire situation already facing South Africa with respect to direct investment, the threat of land expropriation without compensation poses a grave risk not only to the economy, but also to the fundamental freedom of private property rights, which historically was denied the majority of citizens based on the arbitrary grounds of race. It is crucial that not only should property rights remain protected, but that the narrative is changed to one of legitimate restitution, under the rule of law, which falls well within the ambit of private property rights, rather than one where redistribution is spoke of as some sort of ayatollah for retributive justice. So there you go. Next year is going to be a big year with expropriation of land without compensation, and it's going to have a huge impact on business in South Africa, and not in a good way. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, stay safe. Bye for now.